Audrey. I am 19 years old and I'm going to be sharing with you how I passed the real estate exam and hopefully be giving you some pointers on how to help you pass as well. I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't pass the real estate exam the first time. It actually took me a few tries, but I feel like that qualifies me to be giving out this information because I know what worked for me personally and what didn't, and I hope that can help you study and pass your exam. Take from this video what you will, but I'm really just trying to give people a good idea of what to expect when they're getting ready to take the real estate exam, what to do, what not to do, all that jazz. In this video, I'm going to be talking about sites that helped me. After you take your pre-licensing education, it's a very good idea to buy a good real estate exam study course. That is something that really helped me pass. Test taking anxiety, how to not be stressed out when you're going into the exam, how you should be thinking, what you should be telling yourself, not be all weary in your mind. Like, just know that you're going to be okay if you come out with a passing score, if you come out with a failing score. It's all going to be all right. I'm going to be telling you what to expect, what not to do, how to prepare for the real estate exam, and things that helped me. So let's dive in. So the first real estate exam prep course that I bought was Prep Agent. This is the thing that helped me pass the national exam. So when you're getting your real estate license, you have to pass the national and the state exam for whatever state you're in. Prep Agent really helped me pass the national, and here's why. So they have a really good support system. They have this Facebook group called like Prep Agent something, I'll put it here, and they just have a really great community. Like, they post when they pass, they post if they failed, and then people lift them back up and tell them to keep going, and it's just a really positive atmosphere. The thing that I loved about Prep Agent was that they had weekly webinars. My favorite personally was Stu. He was always so funny and relatable, and he really helped certain information stick in my mind. The first thing I want to tell you is learn all your acronyms. Prep Agent has some great acronyms that really helped me pass the real estate exam. Here are a few. Maria, Method, Adaptability, Relationship, Intention, Agreement. Pete, which stands for Police Power, Eminent Domain, Taxation, and Escheat. And STUD, Scarcity, Transferability, Utility, and Demand. Those are just a few of the ones that I learned and still remember from Prep Agent. So another thing that I loved about Prep Agent was that while I was working on getting my real estate license, I was also still working my job. So I worked at a hotel, and when I'd be cleaning rooms and stuff, I would have this podcast going on, and it's all these recorded webinars that I was talking about, and I would just listen to them over and over again while I was driving, while I was working, you know, like while I was getting ready in the morning, and it just really helped me stick the information. I got to the point where I knew almost all of the words in all of the episodes. So as you can see, there are a lot of really helpful webinars that are recorded on Spotify. I would highly recommend just listening to those while you're driving, while you're working. It will really help the information stick. And then something else for me was that once I passed the national, I still had to go back and pass the state exam. And so Prep Agent wasn't really enough for me personally with state-specific information. So I ended up buying another prep course, and it was called the CE Shop, and I just put in what state I was in, and it really helped me with a lot of the state-specific information. And then once I started passing those practice exams, I passed the state exam. Once you have all of your real estate exam courses, just make sure you're studying those. Honestly, I studied probably 2 to 4 hours every day for a long period of time. I was studying like no one's business because I just wanted this so badly, and even though I failed a few times, that did not stop me because I knew that it was all going to pay off in the long run. So yeah, just make sure that you are passing all of those practice exams and you're going to be Gucci. Now I'm going to be talking about test taking anxiety. So this is something that I really struggled with. I was always worried about walking out of the exam room again and just failing and having to tell my family and my boyfriend and everyone that I failed again. Like, that was always in the back of my mind when I was taking the test. Like, oh, what if I fail again? Like, I really don't want to fail again. But I just am here to tell you that you cannot have that mindset going into the exam or you will fail. I just decided that I needed to go in with a positive mindset. I'm gonna crush this exam. I'm going to demolish this exam. And I would drive to the testing center and I would just bump music. Like, I really had to get in my feels. I would bump Firework by Katy Perry, Mean by Taylor Swift, Make It Shine by the Victorious cast. I used to watch Victorious when I was young. That one really got me going too. So I just say the morning before, don't stress. Don't look at your notes. You already know the stuff. So just go in there, get a good vibe on, listen to some really good music that pumps you up, and just go in and crush it. You really can't be in a negative headspace when you go in to take the exam, because you're going to be sitting there for about 3 hours, or at least I was with the Colorado exam. You have to take them back to back. So you have to take the national and then you have to take the state. And if you only pass the national, you only have to go back and take the state portion, but you're still going to be in there sitting with your mind and your information on like what you know. So it's really important to just be in a positive headspace when you are taking the exam. What not to do? Okay, so I would study things that I didn't know a few days before my exam. So say I didn't know how to prorate taxes, I would be studying that up until the day of my exam instead of just going over the information I knew. You're gonna go in there and you're gonna be putting down the answers on the test that you know are right. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's the one. And you just, oh gosh, I gotta tell you this. So do not second guess yourself. I was in taking my exam for another time and I missed it by 1 point because I went back through. So basically, when you get into the exam, it's gonna be timed. Don't look at the timer. It doesn't matter, pretend it's not there. But besides the point, you're gonna get in there and it's all multiple choice. So go through, mark the questions that you don't know and come back to them. But do not, when you finish the exam, do not go all the way back through them and look through and read them all again and change your answers, because that is what made me fail by 1 point. And I was crushed. I was crying. I was so done. I was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. But I kept going, and now I'm a licensed real estate agent and I'm here sharing this information with you. So do not second guess yourself. I am telling you, you know the answers in your brain. The first answer you put down, go with it. Don't change it. Don't second guess yourself, all right? Capiche? Okay, so what helped me the night before I actually passed my exam? The state portion, because I had passed the national and then I had to go back and take the state. So getting a good night's sleep. This is really important. I consider myself to be a night owl, but in all reality, you just need to take like some sleep drops or something. Make yourself get a good night's sleep. I usually go hang out with my boyfriend, but on the nights before I would go to take my exam, I would always stay home, do all the things I needed to, shower, get ready for bed, just chill out, drink a cup of tea, just go to bed somewhat early. I would study for a little bit, but that would be the last time that I looked at my notes until I went into the exam room. On my way to my testing center, I would always stop and get coffee. It took me about 2 hours to drive to the testing center every time I had to take it. And so I would wake up at 5 a.m., start driving by 6 a.m. I would be there by 9 a.m. after I stopped to get coffee and breakfast and all that stuff. And then I would go in at 9:30 to get ready for my exam. And so coffee is something that just really makes me happy. Make sure that you have fuel in your body. Make sure that you eat a good meal before you go in, because there's nothing worse than being in the testing center and your stomach starts growling. Trust me, I've been there. Get a good night's sleep. Drink some coffee, a Red Bull, something to give you energy and fuel you up for your test. And eat something. That is so important. Fuel your body, guys. Like I said, I had to master this later on, but you really have to keep calm going into the test. I remember I would just go in and I'd be signing my papers and my hand would be shaking because I was so nervous that I was gonna fail again. And guys, you just can't go in thinking that you're gonna fail, or you will fail. Once I started passing all the practice tests with like flying colors, I knew that I was gonna be fine. So just make sure that you're taking your practice tests seriously, sitting down with them every day, and just making sure you know that information. The practice test questions aren't going to be the exact same questions on the exam, but I saw very similarities between the two. There are also going to be keywords that try to trip you up. Make sure that you read the questions very slowly. And if you look for words like not, maybe, stuff like that, because that's how they try to trick you up, and just look for those words, because that can ultimately make you miss a question, and one question that you miss could be me walking out of the testing center having missed that one question that one time, which was so devastating. That is really everything that I have to give you about passing the real estate exam. My advice: just study, start passing the practice exams, buy a real estate exam prep course, and stay positive. That's gonna get you passed. If you fail, don't worry. I failed the first time, I failed the second time. I failed a few times after that too. If you fail, it is okay. What matters is that you keep going, because it's all gonna be worth it in the long run. I've had my real estate license for about a month, and I already have my first house under contract, so that just goes to show that hard work and perseverance will pay off. Do not give up. You are going to pass this exam, and when you do, I want you to comment on this video: I passed, Audrey, thank you for helping me, and I am going to be so happy for you. I hope you guys like this video. If you have any other questions, feel free to DM me on my Instagram, my main Instagram, and then my real estate Instagram, Real Estate Babe. Hello, that's me. Also, just leave some comments. Like, I will totally respond to those as well. And please leave me any more video suggestions you have for me first starting out in my real estate career. I would really like to make this channel something that helps other people in their career as well. So I want to make it a fun channel as well. Fun content, not just straight, all right guys, let's study Maria, method, adaptability, relationship, intention, agreement. You know, I want this to be a fun space. And so please like and share this video, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.